Sophie, till late in the third quarter, you guys were struggling offensively in that frame. Second half in general didn't feel the same as the first half on that end. Did something change for you guys? What did you see as kind of leading to stalling on that end?
Yeah, I think we were just kind of slow. And every time that we're slow, especially defensively, it just somehow affects our offense.
Sophie Cunningham didn't hold back after this one, and honestly, she didn't need to. The Fever just let a winnable game slip away, falling 88-84 to a Mystics squad sitting at the bottom of the standings. Indiana built a double-digit lead, even carried momentum into halftime, before Washington stormed back with a 22-7 run that completely flipped the script. With playoff seeding on the line, the loss stings even more, dropping the Fever down to 7th place. Cunningham's fiery post-game comments hit hard, especially when stacked against Stephanie White's explanations. We'll break down exactly what she said and why her words cut so deep. But first, let's hear from you. Why did the Fever collapse in this one? And is Stephanie White really to blame? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Above her head is Cunningham with a steal.
Cunningham feeds Sims, who goes coast to coast and lays it in.
So they had to make sure they had the right shot clock time as well while they were reviewing that.
So Indiana with a 10-point lead here. 6 minutes until halftime as Boston finds some space and knocks it down. Now Sims launches ahead for Mitchell. What a pass by Odyssey Sims.
That momentum shift wasn't sparked by a superstar takeover. It was Indiana losing its grip. Costly turnovers piled up, defensive lapses kept coming, and discipline completely unraveled. The Fever racked up 21 fouls, gifting Washington 26 free throw attempts. Each careless giveaway, each late rotation, turned into another trip to the line, and the lead shrank possession by possession. This wasn't about bad whistles. The scoreboard kept swinging because of mistakes Indiana could have, and should have, controlled.
Sims with 5 off the bench. Indiana has 8 first-quarter bench points. That's typically been a strength when they're playing well, as Iriafin just bullies her way inside. Now Citron being guarded by Lexi Hull. Hull goes over the screen, defends her really well. Citron just has to fire it up, and a circus shot for Citron.
What stung even more was who delivered the knockout blows. Washington's rookie duo looked like seasoned vets. Sonia Citron coolly dropped 21 points, while Kikian bullied her way to 18 points and 12 rebounds, snatching second-chance boards that flipped momentum. Their impact wasn't hollow stat padding. It was proof that once Indiana stopped dictating the game, even a rebuilding team could march in and take control. For a Fever squad clinging to 7th place and fighting for playoff positioning, watching a young pair dismantle a double-digit lead is about as costly as it gets. And it's not as if Indiana lacked standout performances. Aaliyah Boston was steady inside with 20 points and 9 boards, exactly the kind of production that should anchor a win. Kelsey Mitchell set the table early, Sophie Cunningham brought her trademark energy, and Lexi Hull chipped in with defensive grit. The core worked, they battled, and they didn't quit. That's what makes this loss harder to stomach. The collapse didn't come from a lack of effort. It came from a lack of direction, and that left all of those individual performances stranded.
Hull gets it into Boston. Hand off Mitchell. Indiana has to hurry. Lob back for Boston. Boston finishes. It's a 2-point game, 5.9 seconds remaining.
The truth is straightforward. Indiana didn't fall because Washington was the superior team. They fell because they gave possessions away, let the Mystics seize control of the tempo, and never found an answer once the momentum shifted. It's the same storyline that has haunted the Fever all season, promising stretches dissolving into preventable meltdowns. Every time this group takes a step forward, careless errors and a lack of adjustments drag them 2 steps back. And now, with the playoff race tightening, these late-game collapses don't just sting, they carry real consequences.
Cunningham looking, finds Mitchell, launches a corner 3, it won't go, rebound Ainxler, and this young Washington Mystics group who continues to impress throughout this season, and Sidney Johnson in his first year comes up with a big win on the road.
Which brings us to the real question. Why wasn't there a plan to protect the lead once it started slipping? Everyone in the arena could feel the momentum turning. Who was supposed to steady the group, adjust the rotation, or draw up a counterpunch? All signs point in the same direction, and it's the very place fans are aiming their frustration.
Yeah, I think we over-dribbled at times. Our off-ball movement wasn't there. We did a lot of standing. It's almost like we gave the ball to Kelsey and just tried to watch her work. And that's not when we're at our best. I mean, yes, certainly we want to have the ball in our hands, but we've got to continue to get movement with and without the basketball. It was getting stuck. I mean, we want to play 0.5 to 1 second basketball, and we weren't. And it's got to get moving. And
Stephanie White's coaching decisions are under heavy scrutiny after Indiana's latest loss. And nothing has sparked more backlash than Chloe Bibby's complete absence from the floor. Bibby, shooting 42% from 3 this season, never logged a minute in a game where the Fever's spacing collapsed and perimeter shooting disappeared. Asked afterward, White explained she kept Bibby out because of defensive matchup concerns, citing rebounding and coverage responsibilities she feared Washington would exploit. But that reasoning has only fueled more frustration. Indiana still surrendered 26 free throws, gave up wide-open threes, and allowed Kiki often to dominate the paint. Fans watched those defensive breakdowns unfold anyway, while a proven shooter sat unused on the bench. Offensively, the Fever were just as stagnant. White admitted the attack was getting stuck, too often reduced to handing the ball to Kelsey Mitchell and watching her fight through multiple defenders. That phrase, getting stuck, has become the defining symbol of the night, because it perfectly captured what played out. And when an offense bogs down into predictable isolation sets, the obvious counter is spacing the floor with shooting. Bibby provided that option. Indiana never turned to it. Instead, they leaned harder on Mitchell, and the result was an offense that strained without support and a fan base left questioning why a clear solution was ignored.
And I think it was something like a 22-7 run, the end of the second, beginning of the third quarter. And those are hard to recover from when anytime really, but when you're missing pieces. And we've got to make sure that we're sharper at times. We don't have the margin to have lulls within quarters. And then I believe they had something like 21 points from free throw line and turnovers of their 26 in the fourth. And we control that, defending without fouling. We control that, taking care of the basketball, decision making at times, and some of it's playing some people out of position, and some of it's just not being valuing the basketball in the way that we need to value it, being a little sloppy with it.